Welcome back into 99.9 The Fan, The Drive with Tim Donnelly. Joining us here at ACC Kickoff in Charlotte, UNC defensive back junior Will Hardy. Will, thank you very much for taking the time to join us. Do you feel a bit like the fish in the aquarium at this one with so many eyes on you and your team and your teammates and also your coach, who some people are interested in?
Yeah, a little bit of that. Obviously with Coach Belichick, and this being his first media day and really first time around in college football. There's a lot of hype around it, and so you'd rather be on that side of it than the other way around. But man, we're taking that in. We're not, taking it with a grain of salt, but we're excited about it.
Now, you are in the unique situation as a defensive back. I'm calling you like the triple Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
There's Bill Belichick, the head coach. There's Steve Belichick, the defensive coordinator, and then Brian Belichick is the defensive backs coach. Can you give us some differences? Like, how are they the same? Obviously, they're same last name, same family, but how are they also different?
Yeah, they are similar. Obviously, they're all related, and the knowledge of football. While Coach Bill Belichick knows the most, but it does go down, and they all know ball, and they've grown up around it, and they know the scheme in and out, and so I think they're all great coaches, amazing coaches, and I'm fortunate to be coached by all of them, but they have their differences, and the coach Brian Belichick is one of those personal guys on our staff, and I've been fortunate even in that last 6 months to get to know a lot about him, about his family, but also be coached by him.
Something as simple as if there are three standing on the other side of the room and you just want one of them, how do you differentiate? Is it just Coach Belichick and then you figure it out from there?
Yeah, it actually is difficult. I think Coach Belichick, that's the head coach.
Okay.
If they're all three I may throw a Coach Brian or Coach Steve. Steve Belichick will sometimes just go by Stevie B.
Okay.
And Brian, sometimes it's just Brian. They're very personal guys, so they don't require a coach all the time. But when it comes to the head coach, that's Coach Belichick. All
right. We're talking with Will Hardy, UNC defensive back. Along those lines, right, in addition to getting to know what to call your coaches, I think the last total I saw was 41. It's 40-plus incoming transfers. As one of the guys that has been here, how difficult or unusual has it been to, nice to meet you, I'm Will, and then right out here on the practice field? Like, what are the challenges of that?
Yeah, it's very unique. I think I heard a number today. We have 70 new guys on our team that weren't on the team last year.
Including the freshmen and everybody else.
Which any type of new guy, it's just another guy to meet and to get part of the program. So it's been very unique. Me being a guy that's going to my fourth year, and as a leader on the team, it's one of my top priorities to get to know everybody on the team, just so I can build trust and lead those guys, especially guys in my room and guys on the defensive side of the ball. I can't just be asking things from guys that don't even know who I am. So it's a day-and-day process of man, we still have guys coming in like the past couple of weeks, so it's still meeting guys, but learning more about them, having deep conversations with, just getting to know guys in the team. And these are your brothers that you got to go to war with. And so having that knowledge of maybe what's their why they play football, knowing about their family, what they do, where they go to high school, where they're from, like those things matter because they allow you to play freely and trust the guys you're playing with.
And then on top of that, you're adjusting to a new coaching staff, new scheme. So I guess like when you guys throw on film to learn what you're going to do, what defenses are you watching? What players are you watching?
Yeah, it's honestly been a lot of Patriots film, which is cool. You're seeing clips that maybe you saw live when you were younger, or it's just really cool. We've had coaches brought in former Patriot players too to talk about their experiences, but a little bit of the scheme and a little bit of how they fell under Belichick, and so it's just so cool to watch NFL footage and know that you're going to be playing that same defense and part of that. But I will say, Coach Belichick, all three of them do a great job of
the Belichicks
forming the defense around the players that we have, and so we're not going to just because they did this 10 years ago with the Patriots, we're not going to run the exact same stuff because we may have a different set of skills.
How hands-on is Bill Belichick in talking to like a safety, right? Is he in the nitty-gritty with each individual position group on that defense?
He is. He'll come in different position meetings. Whenever we meet, he'll just kind of rotate through. Maybe it's the D-line. He'll go to the offense too, but maybe it's the DBs. And on the field too, as a safety, sometimes you're back and you can see things a lot. And so we have an important role to help everyone get lined up and just make plays because we have a lot of freedom. And so a lot of times he'll pull me off to the side, just give me a little nugget here or there, or maybe encourage me. I did something well. But he's constantly coaching you one-on-one, which has been honestly one of my favorite parts about it.
Will Hardy, junior defensive back for UNC, joining us here at ACC Kickoff. You mentioned he brought in some former pros. Who have been the highlights? Who are the ones that you've really enjoyed talking with or learning from?
Stephon Gilmore was a guy, obviously DB.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Such a good player, and he's still playing, so that was really cool. He brought him in, I think, really early on, January, February, and just he talked about the work it takes to get to the level he's at, but also maintain that, continually improving. But he's gone through some injuries, and so, man, what does it look like to recover as a pro? What does it look like to eat as a pro? Those things are being implemented day in and day out into our program, not just the football, but everything it takes going into football, right? Food, nutrition, sleep, recovery, strength conditioning. It takes a lot.
So can I assume you're in like the McCourty role? Like, is it that straightforward from the old Patriots defenses to the UNC defenses that you're literally watching like specific safeties and saying this is what they're going to ask me to do?
Yeah, it is, right? Usually there's two safeties, and so it'll be free or strong. We could play both. It's important to learn both, just so you never know who's going to be out there. But yeah, you're literally watching former Patriots or current Patriots film as close to last year, and so it's really cool.
Let's dive into some real stuff here. Everyone keeps telling me Jordan Shipp is going to break out, right? He had a good but not overwhelming year last year. As a defensive back that covers him in practice, what is everybody seeing that says that guy's going to have a big season?
Yeah, he's just a playmaker. Like, if the ball is close to him, man, he's probably come down with it. And he had a great spring. He had a great, fall and spring last year, but the strides he's taken in the spring were, off the charts. He had a great spring, and he's grown so much as a leader too. That's the biggest thing, honestly, I see from him is his leadership. Even as a freshman, he was a leader, which is very impressive and hard to do. But this year, it's just taking another role, and he's leading that wide receiver room. He's a leader on the offense, and he's only going to his sophomore year. So.
And then Gio Lopez, the new guy at quarterback, he's here with you. Kind of what's the safety and quarterback? You guys are the ones in the cat and mouse game throughout practice. How's it been battling against him? What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, it's been great. He's a ball player. He can spin it really well. He can escape from the pocket. I'm looking forward to a bunch more practices coming up in fall camp and really getting after it. And then having him on our team, that's going to be fun to watch from the sideline.
I should have brought this up earlier. We're talking with Will Hardy, UNC DB, right? We talked about kind of the Belichick's lineage of coaches. You've got a nice little lineage as well. I was on your bio. Dad's an All-American at Wheaton. Brother's a quarterback at Richmond. Grandpa's an All-American at Georgia. Great-grandpa's an All-America at Georgia. Goes on to be an All-Pro. First of all, how would it have gone if you came home and said, like, I want to play the saxophone? How would that have gone over?
Yeah, my dad was not going for that. It was football from day one, and never felt forced to. But when you grow up around the game, you hear about your grandparents, great grandparents playing football. It's like, why wouldn't I want to do that? Why wouldn't everyone wants to be like their dad in some sense? And he inspired me. Obviously, older brother playing football too. There was never a doubt in my mind that I didn't want to play football. I think I started tackle football at 6 years old. I don't know how that's even, how you can even tackle someone at 6, but it was
slow motion.
Yeah, the helmet's heavier than.
Yeah, topple over more than tackle. Exactly, a little top heavy.
So,
last question for you, and it ties back into the incoming transfers and everything. When you see that, 70 whatever new guys coming in, you're one that's still there, but it's a new coaching staff. Was there the temptation to look around and perhaps exit in the portal when so many guys were coming in and it was new staff?
Yeah, I think when your coach personally leaves, right, you commit to a coach and you got to commit to more than that, but there's always, you got to do what's best for you, and you got to look elsewhere if you need to. And so I was really anticipating just, who we're going to hire. And I wanted to graduate. Unfortunately, I did graduate from UNC. And but if there was a situation that wasn't best for me, then I probably would have looked elsewhere. But when the news broke out that we hired Coach Belichick, is probably the best thing that could have happened. And so I was very fortunate of that, and it made the decision very easy.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Good luck this season. We'll be watching.
Yes, sir. Thank you.